All right, Shalom. Shalom. This is Brother Tazarat from the Great Millstone, South Carolina Mentalist Branch. Coming at you with another quick edified lesson through the spirit power of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. And before I get in this short lesson, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem and Kakadash. The honor to the apostles, elders, and bishop of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. And who will well Shalom to the Akis on the four corners of the earth and all true race and sincerity. Shalom. All right, so I'm going to 1 Peter 4:17 down to the 19th verse, man. All right, because the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, he mentioned that judgment must begin at the house of Israel first, man. Okay, so the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, he's going to visit these so-called niggas to the Native American that know who they are. All right, so not to get ahead of myself, I'm going to go into it. All right, this is 1 Peter 4:17. It said, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. It is first begin at us. What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Right. So, in 1 Peter 4:17, the Lord said that through Peter that the house judgment must begin at the house of you so-called Negro to the Native Americans, man. The ones in the circumcision, man, knowing who they are. All right, but serve these other guys, man. Okay? So the Lord said the house of judgment must begin there, man, because you know better, man. The one in the circumcision know better, man. You know who the true power is when you continue to turn to these other guys, man. So the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, he's going to punish you because of that, man. Why? Because you do it for money, pretty much. Couldn't get the word out. But you do it for money, do it for fame. All right. Do it for consolation on this side instead of serving the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai on this side, man. All right. It went on to say, it began at us. What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel? If you begin with us, and the ones that obey not the gospel, which is 2/3 of so-called niggas to the Native America of the nation of Israel, are the one that not, keeping the statute law to the, keeping the statute laws at all. If they obey not the gospel of the Most High, all right, so imagine what the Lord gonna do to them, doing to you, man. If you know who you are, man, and 2/3 don't know who they are, man. They need to consider or don't know the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, man. All right, so judgment began at us first because the Most High only dealing with the nation of Israel. Okay? But the ones in the circumcision that know who they are, you know better, man. You know who your true power is, but you continue to turn away from him, man. And serve these other powers, man. The Lord's going to destroy you. So how much more for the ones that don't obey the gospel, man? 2/3 of the so-called niggas to the Native American, man. All right? They don't obey the gospel, man. And the Lord's going to destroy them, man. But the one who know who they are, you're going to be beaten with many stripes, man. Because you know better, man. All right? Because you know who the true power is, and you know to get it right with the Lord before it's too late. You continue to turn the other way, man. You continue to lead the slaughter to the sheep. Lead the sheep to the slaughter. Twisting the tongue, but not in thought. You continue lead the sheep to the slaughter. The raven wood. All right, that come in sheep clothing. The Lord tell you, but beware of them, man. Beware of them, man. All right, and you people continue to go against the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, man. But the Lord said judgment must begin at us first, man. The nation of Israel, the ones that know who they are, man. But you continue to go off, man. All right, you fake other Israelite camps, man. So how much more, again, the ones that obey not the gospel, which is 2/3 obey not the gospel of the Most High, man. The people gonna be destroyed, man. And once again, the Lord said He's starting with the house of Israel, man. And things is about to tighten up, man. Things tighten up now, but it will get more serious, man. Me in the time of Jacob trouble, but not to a serious extent. When the times of war and rumors of war, but not to a serious extent. World War III approaching us. Once again, the hour of temptation. You people gonna see it, man. You people gonna see it, especially the nation of Israel, man. Because the Most High only dealing with you, man. Okay? First Peter 4:18, it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where should the ungodly and the sinners appear? Right. All right, the elect men, Lord, when I'm praying to be part of the elect men of 144,000 election, hey, we scarce could be saved, man. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect, man. Because we scarce could make it on the chairs, man. In the twinkling of the eye, we're going to be beamed up, man. Changing of the body, man. Okay? The righteous scarce could be saved, man. The elect men, the 144,000 election and the 1/3, it's going to scarcely make it on the chariot. All right, about it. Here on that chin. While them 200 million nuclear missiles, warheads, is beaming down on this place, America, aka Babylon the Great, we'll be transitioned from that, from Earth unto the chariots at the same time, man. And 2/3 gonna be left therein with no other heathen nation, man. All right, and when I say where should the ungodly and the sinners appear? On the right end of them 200 million nuclear missiles warheads, man. On the right end, not the wrong end, the right end. All right, because you continue to time and time again sinning against the Lord Yahweh Shimon Shah. The sinner is 2/3. All right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel that transgress the law, man. All right, the statute laws that given up to you, you transgress it against them, man. All right, the Lord Yahweh Shimon Shah, He's going to show you better than I can tell you, man. All right, especially the times that we're coming in, man. You continue to sin against the Lord. Do what you want to do. Be who you are. Listen to your daddy Esau. Come as you are. Do what you want to do. Serve as you want to serve. Be what you want to be. Sin however you want to sin. Because God don't judge the sinner. God don't judge the sinner. He judged the sin. Or something like that, man. That's the people that don't know the Lord Yahweh Shimon Shah. But in 1 Peter 4:18, it said, if the righteous scarcely be saved, which is the elect men, the hopefully elect men. I'm praying once again to be part of the hopefully elect men, but elect men and true believers. All right, the 1/3 is going to just scarcely make it while this place is being beamed up. I'm being blown up by them 200 million nuclear missile warhead, along with the beam from the fathership. It said, where shall the ungodly and the sinners appear? Right, so where shall the ungodly and the sinners appear? On the right end of the stick of the 200 million nuclear missiles warhead, man. And on the right end of, the beam come from the fathership, man. All right. You people gonna know that a prophet was among you, so there ain't no excuse, man. And Matthews, man, tell you that the Yahweh Shah said, if I had not come and speak unto them, they have no cloak for their sins. So, and the men of the Lord is doing that now through Yahweh Shimon Shah, man. But the sinners will appear through the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shimon Shah, with the fathership, being for the fathership, and the 200 million warhead missiles, man. Okay. 1 Peter 4:19, it said, wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High, committed the keeper of their soul to him a well-doing as unto a faithful creator. Right, so the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is talking about the elect men. It says, wherefore let them suffer according to the will of the Most High, man. All right, and we suffering, man. The elect men suffering. But we're committed to the will of the Most High, which is prophesied. Keeping the statute laws to our ability. Knowing who we are, knowing who we serve, knowing who we worship. All right? Prophesying, teaching, and preaching in the spirit power of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Being brotherly love. Doing what we're supposed to be doing, man. All right? According to the will of the Most High. This is the Most High will for the elect. It's to prophesy, man. Teach, preach, come in the true spirit of the Lord Yahweh, the true spirit and name of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Committed to the keeper of their soul, because the elect men is going to be saved from the nuclear destruction by the will of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And him a well-doing, man, because he that endures to the end shall be saved, man. The only one who's going to endure to the end that shall be saved is the elect men. Once again, I'm praying to be part of that number. All right, because every man got to work out their own salvation with fear and trembling, man. It said, as unto a faithful created, right, man. The Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, the Lord Yahweh is always keeping their promise, man. Said the Lord said he going to save the elect men. That's what he's going to do. Trust and believe. The Lord is bound by his words, man. All right? He's not a liar like you people out here in this world, man. So the Lord said he's going to do something, best believe, man. That's the keeping of his word, man. His promises. All right, once again, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to show you, man. And he's not playing, man. He's going to spike Egypt with these plagues. As he did before, he's doing it now, man. And the word Egypt means, once again, bondage, man. Aren't we in a bondage place here in America, aka Babylon the Great? We're still under our oppressor Esau. We're still slaving for this devil, so-called white race. All right? But the times we're in, it's going to get heavier. It's a lot. Okay, so judgment must begin at the house of you so-called Negroes to the Native American, of the nation of Israel. If it begin at us first, how much more the ones that the ungodly, the sinners will appear? Roughly paraphrase. Okay? I'm going to read it again. 1 Peter 4:17, it said, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Israel. House of the Most High, which is the nation of Israel. It began at us first. It began at us. What shall the end of be of them that obey not the gospel? Death, man. Death, complete. Well deserved, too, because you continue to sin against the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua after the men of the Lord. Continues telling you to get right with your power, but you continue to do not. So the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua got to set an example. He got to show you better than we can tell you, man. Especially the times that we're coming in, man. Stuff about to get rammed up. Prophecy about to get rammed up. Stuff about to get tightened up. And you've seen that with the gas prices, food prices, the cost of living. Everything continue to rise, man. And that's part of prophecy. You know? But, and that concludes the end of this lesson. Lord will, I ask this lesson was edified through the spirit power of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just like I started, I'm in the same way. I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash. The honors to the apostles and elders and bishop of great minister who taught us this truth and who well. Shalom to the icons on the folk on this earth and all true righteous sincerity. Shalom.